Jésù.
Ẹni ṣọ́ọ̀bù níwájú yìí náà títí jìnnà sí bíbá yìí.
Ọmọ yẹn sùn ni.
Lẹ́yìn.
What was supposed to be a normal afternoon in Aromoko, Ekiti suddenly turned into a heartbreaking scene of shock, tears and destruction after a heavy-duty trailer lost control and crashed straight into a family house. Inside that house was a young man named Promise, a 300-level engineering student of the Federal University, Oye Ekiti, also known as Fu Oye. He was asleep in his bedroom, and before anyone could understand what was happening, the trailer smashed into the room where he was resting. By the time neighbors rushed to the scene, it was already too late. Promise was gone. His grandmother, who had been sitting in the living room just moments earlier, narrowly escaped death. This tragic incident happened on March 27, 2026 in Aromoko, Ekiti, and it has left many residents in deep pain and disbelief. So, the residents of Aromoko, Ekiti are still struggling to recover from the shock after a devastating road accident ended the life of a promising young student in the most painful and unexpected way. According to the details available, the tragic incident happened in the afternoon of Thursday, March 27, 2026. A trailer said to be moving through the area suddenly lost control and rammed violently into a residential building. But this was not just any building, it was the home where Promise and his grandmother were staying. At that moment, Promise, a 300-level engineering student of the Federal University, Oye Ekiti, was inside the bedroom asleep. He had no warning, no chance to run, no time to react. The trailer reportedly crashed directly into the section of the house where his bedroom was located, causing massive destruction within seconds. The peaceful afternoon was instantly broken by a terrifying sound, the roar of a heavy vehicle, the force of impact, and the collapse of part of the house. Neighbors say the sound was so loud that many people rushed outside, thinking it was an explosion or a building collapse. When they got closer, the reality was even more horrifying. A trailer had plowed into a home, and inside the wreckage was a young student trapped in the very place where he had been sleeping. Even more shocking in the fact that Promise's grandmother was also inside the same house when the trailer crashed. According to the report, she was in the living room at the time of the incident. That single detail may have been the only reason she survived. If she had been in the bedroom or even closer to that part of the house, this tragedy could have claimed more than one life. She reportedly escaped by the narrowest margin, but the emotional pain of surviving such a terrifying crash and then losing her grandson in that same moment is something words can barely describe. Imagine sitting in your living room on a normal afternoon and within seconds, a trailer crashes into your home and takes the life of your loved one. That is the horror this family is now living with. Promise was not just another victim in a road accident. He was a young man with a future, a student, an engineering undergraduate in his 300 level at 4 years, a young life still being built, a dream still in progress. For many who knew him, this is not just a painful death. It is the loss of potential, the end of a journey that had barely begun. One moment he was resting in the safety of his own home. The next moment, that safety was shattered by a trailer that came crashing into his room. This is the kind of tragedy that leaves a community speechless, because how do you explain something like this? How does a young student die in his sleep inside his own home because a trailer crashed through the wall? At the Federal University, Oye Ekiti, news of the incident is expected to hit hard among students and those who knew him. For fellow students, classmates, and loved ones, this is the kind of loss that brings pain beyond words. As expected, the incident has sparked serious concern about residents of the area. Many people are now asking the same difficult questions. How did the trailer lose control? Was it a brake failure? Was the driver speeding? Was the vehicle mechanically sound, or could this tragedy have been prevented? These are the questions that often come after incidents like this, but sadly, they come after a life has already been lost. In many communities across Nigeria, cases involving heavy-duty vehicles losing control have become a serious source of fear. When trailers move through residential areas, one small mistake can lead to irreversible destruction. And in this case, that destruction did not just damage property, it entered a home, it entered a bedroom, and it ended a young life. As the people of Aromoko Ekiti mourn, one thing remains painfully clear. Promise did not die on a highway, it did not die in a dangerous chase. It did not even die outside. He died in his sleep, inside his own home, after a trailer crashed into the place that should have been safest for him. A grandmother survived, but she survived to witness every family's worst nightmare. And now, a home has become a place of grief. A student's journey has ended too soon, and the community is left asking how such a terrible thing could happen in broad daylight. May Promise rest in peace, and may this tragedy serve as another painful reminder of the deadly danger careless or failed heavy-duty vehicles can bring when they move too close to residential neighborhoods. Please, as at the time of this report, we could not get the picture of the victim of this tragedy, but as soon as it is available, we are going to update it on our community posts. For now, bear with us and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell icon for more updates. Stay alert, stay vigilant. We're going to see you guys on our next update. Goodbye.
ẹ ó yẹ kó tán bù ní bọ̀ ilé kan wọlé ó kàn wọnú yàrá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
kó yí lórí lẹ̀ ó gbórí wọlé. ó gbórí wọlé ni.
ibi tó ibo nìyá ẹ lórí ìyá ẹ jókòó.
bí lójú kò sí oríṣiríṣi nìyá ẹ jókòó sí títí láì di wọlé kò lè ṣètò fún ìyá ẹ. ọmọ ló sùn sórí ilẹ̀ yàrá lọmọ nǹkan tuntun sí yàrá nínú lọ.
Jésù.
ọmọ yẹn sùn lé ní.
àbúrò ẹ̀ obìnrin ó sùn lé ní.
ọmọ yẹn sùn lé.
ó sùn ní ìlú àtàbúrò ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wà fẹ́ gbọ̀n máa yẹn náà pé.
Jésù. Jésù. ntẹ́yìn ò lè mọ̀ ilé ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù níwájú yìí náà títí jìnnà sí bíbá yìí.
ọmọ yẹn sùn ní.
lẹ́yìn.
ó sùn ní.